Hey there, besties. Today I'm going to draw a human skull in charcoal. I use a medium charcoal pencil to sketch out the basic shapes of the skull in very light lines. Unfortunately, while recording this, at about 37 seconds, my camera took a giant dump. I moved it slightly and it got very overexposed. Here I'm drawing lines for the edges of the shadows. I will block in those shadow shapes with very dark charcoal in soft pencil and compressed charcoal, which looks like a rectangular crayon. And you can see me doing that here, or maybe you can't because this is the moment my camera decided to be a dipshit. Worry not though, because it's about to go back to a normal camera. I've begun to fill up the lit areas of the skull with a white charcoal pencil. I don't just use the white charcoal for highlights. I blend it with the black to get the medium tones too. I'm also using a smudging tool called a tortillon, which I think is French for stump, but it really just reminds me of the word tortilla. Since I'm using the softer charcoals here to fill in the shapes, there's a lot more dust being created. So I use the paper towel to prevent smudging of the dust underneath my hand. Now that all the basic shapes are laid out, I can start to add all of the tiny details. I use a bit of cross-hatching on the fabric so that I can understand which direction the light should be going. Cross-hatching can be very useful. You can follow the curves of the object with the lines, and it will add more depth. To finalize this study, I've moved it from my lap to a table. I try to start all of my drawings at an angle, usually on my lap on a drawing board. This will keep the initial shapes from being wonky or warped or distorted. Once the sketching stage is over with, I can use a table to add stability while I'm pushing way too hard on the paper. I filled in the large areas here with the compressed charcoal or charcoal crayon. The larger shapes can be smudged using the paper towel. Using more cross-hatching, I'm adding the final textures to the fabric. I remove the tape and color in the corners, and it's pretty much complete. It took about 5.5 hours from start to finish, and I'm pretty satisfied with the outcome. Thank you for watching to the end, and take care, besties.